Hi everyone, this is Tanya here with Memory Lane Keepsakes and welcome back to my channel. Today I am participating in a challenge called No Spin Challenge. The No Spin Challenge is hosted by Call Me Crafty Al, which is also known as Alicia here on YouTube. And I am choosing to do the challenge number 13. Number 13 challenge is the Sweet Treat Challenge, where you can create a new project using some of your crafty stash items that you already have in your craft room. So I have already done one of the sweet treat boxes for Christmas, and now I'm going to go ahead and do a tutorial for you guys to show you how I made this treat box, except for it's going to be different from the one that I made. So I'm making another treat box for another gift. So the first thing I want to show you is the gift that I put together. My daughter is participating in the Secret Santa at her school, and so she had to come with a wrap gift. And so this is the wrapping paper that I actually used from last year. Beautiful Monster Ball paper. And I chose to pull those colors by making this Sweet Treat candy box right here. And the Sweet Treat candy box, I started off by using regular cardstock, this beautiful sea green color, and then I went ahead and pulled the pink color, the hot pink, from this wrapping paper. Then I punched out some snowflakes as well as some coordinating ribbons, and then I placed the treats inside and I embossed the message, adding that to the front to give it such a Christmas design here. So this is what it looks like, and this is going to go on top. The gift is in here, and this is an additional gift on top. Just thought that would be really cute. And it says, friends and family are the true gifts of the holidays. And this is where I incorporated my sweet treats. My sweet treats is already inside here. Now we'll go ahead and unwrap this so that way you guys can take a little peek. Now inside of this treat box here, I have some goodies that she actually picked out herself, and it's actually one of my childhood favorites as well. But she picked this out for one of her friends in class, and she doesn't know who's going to receive her gift, and she doesn't know who gift she's going to receive. That's the whole purpose of the Secret Santa in her class this year. So inside I have my sweet treats here that she's picked out, and she's chosen to go with Airheads. That's what she wanted to pick out. So we have cherry flavor, right mystery, which is one of my favorites, strawberry, and green apple. So those 4 treats are inside of there. So I'm just going to place those back in there, and I'll wrap this back later. But I just wanted to share that with you. That's how I was inspired. I pulled those colors from there, and that's how I created this box. Now I want to go ahead and make a box here so that way you guys can see what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the We Are Memory Keepers candy punch board. This candy punch board I won in a giveaway. I believe it was early in the year. It might have been last year. But I've got some really great use out of this candy box, but this is the first time I'm using it to make any Christmas treat boxes. So I thought this would be great, and it went along really well with the Sweet Treats Challenge for number 13 for the No Spin Challenge. So let's go ahead and get started. So the paper that I'm going to be using today is going to be the Christmas Noel by Red Collections. And this is the beautiful paper pad. It has 48 sheets in here. And I'm not going to do a flip through because you can pretty much see the patterns on the outside right there, but it is full of Christmas joy. Now the paper print that I'm going to use is going to be this one right here, and I'm so glad to be able to use this paper because I've had that paper pad for over a year, and it's asking to be used, I tell you. So this challenge is perfect for this. So I chose to go with this one. It has the gingerbread man, the candy canes, the Christmas stockings, and the gifts on the front, and even some snowflakes. So I basically pulled my inspiration from this background here to create what I'm about to do. This paper is measured at 9.5 by 9.5. It's already been pre-cut. Now you can make your boxes as big or as small as you choose to. And right here, this is the candy punch board that I had mentioned to you guys. So let's go ahead and dig on in and get started. And that's from my previous box there. Alright, so first thing you want to do, you have the instructions, which is really awesome if you ever get lost. So it takes you step by step. So this is 1 through 9 on the front. It's basically telling you what to trim your paper at, but I'm going to go ahead and do my own size this time. And on the back it continues. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So we can go ahead and skip step 1. So we're going to go ahead and go to step 2. So it says align the left edge of your paper to the start line. So basically this is the start line right here, as you can see. And this is the line right here, that purple line there. And I meant to also let you guys know there's a punch inside that side, and there's also a punch on this side as well. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and line this paper up. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to line the paper up, and then you want to go ahead and punch. Make sure it goes all the way through. And then you'll see it's going to make this arrow shape right here. You want to go ahead and slide that over, and it's going to stop in the groove of the star right here, of the diamond shape right here. And then you want to go ahead and punch again. Very easy to do. You want to go ahead and slide this over again. And then what you want to do now is you want to go ahead and score. So the score line is on the side where the diamond is at, and you want to come all the way down to where you can't go anymore. And you want to punch again, and you want to repeat that same step that you just did. And you want to make sure your paper is shifted all the way up. And then you want to punch again. Score again, punch again, there we go. And then you want to slide that on over into the diamond shape and score again. Okay, and you just place it right there in the diamond shape. Now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to take your paper, and you want to go ahead and you want to go ahead and maybe flip it over to the other side. That's the next thing, because you have this, so now you want to flip it this way. Okay, so that way it'll be lined up properly. So you're going to go ahead and line it up the same way you did before. And you want to go ahead and punch again. And as you see, it's the same way you started from the beginning. You have that same diamond shape at the top and the bottom. And you want to lay this down and slide it over. Punch. And then you want to slide this on over into the diamond again. And you will go ahead and score as before. And the lines are going to meet up. Punch again. So all you're doing is basically repeating the steps. I mean, it's very easy to do. It becomes a routine after a while because it's so simple. And again, if you happen to forget what you need to do, you can always refer back to the directions that comes with this candy punch board. And this one here, I'm gonna go ahead and there we go. All right. So now this is what you're left with. As you can see, it's even, and you have these diamond holes right here. But according to mine right here, it's showing that all you need is really 4. So you can actually cut off one of these if you want to, and it's supposed to be 4 diamond shapes, and as you see I have 5. No problem. So basically what I can do right now is go ahead and cut this, and I'm gonna do that right now. So now I'm back. So now we have 4 diamonds. That's what you have at the top. Okay, so now with that being done, so now I'm going to go ahead and on this paper right here, I'm going to go ahead and flip over to the other side. So now it wants me to turn it to the other side of the punch right here, and I'm going to go ahead and put, it looks like the fish tails is what we're going to call it, for the other punch on the other side to give that real pretty look. So I'm basically turning it over this way, as you can see, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in between the center right here. You want to make sure everything is lined up between the triangles that's right here. So the triangles are showing right there where my fingertips are, and you want to go ahead and punch all the way down. And what's going to happen is it's going to create this fishtail edge right here at the top. And you want to go ahead and repeat and do the same thing. Okay, now I'm going to flip over and do the same thing for this one here. Alright, so it looks like we're pretty much already done for the most part. So now all I gotta do is go ahead and fold it. Now if you look at the previous box that I made, I did not do the fishtails on the end of this one here. So if you don't like the look of the fishtail for the other secondary punch there, you can just keep it plain like I did, and it still turns out fine. It gives more of a candy roll look on the end. But if you do like the look of this, then it'll look like this on the ends. Alright, so let's go ahead and move this on out the way here, because we're pretty much done with our candy board at that point. And what I also like about it too is you can slide your bone folder inside here when you're done with it. But in this case we're not finished, so we're going to keep it on out. And what I want to do now is go ahead and start folding, and all your assets is going to be underneath, as you see, the little diamonds. You can also use those for another project if you're one who like to keep your scraps. So now what I'm basically going to do is go ahead and fold all of these in right here. So I'm going to take my bone folder and come across the page like that to give it a nice crease. And then one more side here. This side right here. Alright, so now you can see it's going to be easy to fold now. So this is what we are working with right at this point. So basically what you want to do now is you basically want to go ahead and get your paper lined up really well, and this is pretty much what it's going to look like your box. Okay, so at this point you can use tape, or you can use glue, or you can use anything that you prefer to keep your project together. And at this point I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my tape runner, is basically what I'm going to use for this project here. So as I told you guys before, I like to use a lot of different things on my projects. So you also want to check and make sure your box is on the right side what you're using. So I'm going to go ahead and place the tape on this edge right here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and stop right there. So the tape is on there, and I'm going to go ahead and fold this on in. And the best way to do this is to basically lay your paper flat and go ahead and meet the same edge as you see before, and make sure everything is lined up, and you can crease it again with your bone folder to get that clean, nice edge look. And your box is pretty much almost put together. So now I'm going to go ahead and tie the ends. I've already selected my ribbon for this project. And I am pulling I chose to pull the red from the candy box pattern there. So this is the red. And one tip about the ribbon, if you don't like frayed edges, meaning like the ribbon is basically frayed on the end where it's kind of like pulling apart, you can use a lighter. That's one of my tips there, to fray off the edge. But you don't want to burn your home down. You want to go across it real quick and leave it alone. If you leave it on there too long, of course it will burn. So that's one of my tips. I've already done that for both edges. It's already been done off camera. And then also I will be using this sentiment that I have here that was from an old Christmas stamp set that I've never used before. This is season greetings from our family to yours is what I'm going to place on the front to decorate my box. And then I've also punched out some snowflakes using my Martha Stewart snowflake punch. So this is the snowflake punch that I'm going to be using today, and this is what it looks like that I punched out. And you will also notice again on this image that I did emboss that. Alright, so let's go ahead and proceed to put this together. So I'm going to go ahead and tie up one of the ends right now. And I do my best to do this on camera because it is a little challenging trying to do this on camera. But we're going to try. Okay, once I get a good position here, you always want to kind of tie it at the neck right there. Turn it over. There we go. So you want to squeeze as tight as you possibly can. And I am going to put like a little knot in here to hold this. Hopefully you guys can see this. And then I'm going to make a little bow. I like to tie my bows upside down. I feel like they come out better when I do that. So let's go ahead and do that now. So that's my bow right there. And now I'm not going to seal up the other end because I still need to decorate. Still need to put the contents inside there and still decorate the front. So I have some candy here, and I have chosen to pick up some of these Lifesaver candy canes right here. And I also have some Sweet Tart candy canes. And in addition to that, I have what's new that I've never seen before is these Oreo flavored candy canes. So let me know down below if you guys have ever tasted these before, and let me know what you thought of them, because I'm curious to see what they taste like. These I pretty much know what they're going to taste like, but this one is a new one on me. So let me know down in the comments down below if you ever tried the Oreo candy canes or if you ever heard of it before. So I'm going to actually just use this one today. And let me go ahead and get into this here so I can cut this open. Just punch a little hole inside here. Just make this real simple. Alright, so we have some candy canes. Let's take out about 3 of these. Alright, so now I have my candy canes right here, and that's part of my sweet treats that I will be using for this project here. I'm going to go ahead and place these candy canes inside this treat box here. And my candy canes are in there. And I'm going to go ahead and seal up the other end. Okay, so you just want to give it a nice good squeeze there. Okay, I'm gonna turn it back around so I can make my bow. And this is what it looks like so far, but it's not done. Let's go ahead and add the beautiful embellishments to the front. So I'm gonna turn it this way, trying to find the best side here, and I like this side. So now we're gonna go ahead and we are going to add a little bit of glue to this. Well, in this case, you know what, we can go ahead and add some of this the tape runner to it. So let's go ahead and put that on the back. I'm gonna place this right here in the center and give it a good little press. And now I'm going to go ahead and add my snowflakes. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on those. And again, I mentioned about the rubber cement glue. It's really awesome because it gives you a chance to move your items around, whatever you place on your projects, if you need a little bit more time to get it positioned the way you want. It says season greetings from our family to yours, and I pulled the colors from the pattern paper, and this is what it turned out. And this is my other treat box that I shared earlier. Thank you guys so much for taking our time to watch me. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Click the bell for notifications so you know when I release new videos. Give this video a thumbs up, and I love to read your comments. Have a wonderful holiday and continue to be blessed. Bye bye.